want to show you what is the light source that's remaining right here over my head. And by right here, I mean where 8DCF295 is crossing path. That's a demon. And by here, I mean, this is the Library Technology Center, and it's currently 10:06 a.m. And this is not only criminal with regard to understanding the state's surveillance system in California, how the government is placing American citizens under surveillance is what is the larger picture. I'm showing that, and it is through the very environment. It's a satanic system. It's the ongoing engagement of what is demonic activity. And this is indeed the light source, and it is indeed over my head. This is the same John Roberts fire station where I showed you that light source was directly over me in the same alignment while I'm steps away on the sidewalk, which is called crossing a path in that demonic environment. You're talking about the light source that I captured at 9:07 a.m. as I just documented days ago, and then this same venue where it is on this sidewalk where I'm standing over here, and it is to my to my right, which is supposed to be this light source, which is supposed to be the sun that's then setting on my right side in the evening, and that is 5:56 p.m. Under no circumstances would the light source be over my head and capable of being seen at the same property after what is 6 p.m. You're talking about 5:56 p.m. In addition to that, I want to document what I just encountered right now, which is the pattern of conduct. I'm just including it, and you're understanding what's demonic and what are the demon possessed in that environment. 7FFW134. The entity's light source is right here over my head. The entity keeping this light source over me as I engage in getting off the bus, obviously as I document Omnitrans, the entity keeping it over me as I walk north of Sierra Avenue, as I am on the opposite side of the street, which I've already shown you, 9:48 a.m. reference my documentation, when this fake sun is on Sierra Avenue, the same Sierra Avenue where I'm showing you at 5:56 p.m. The entity is keeping this light source over me while I walk up Lerner, and here I am capturing it right now at 10:07 a.m. and this is the same exact pattern of conduct. This is the same exact light source, and like I've stated before, speaking to what is an impossibility, that it is present over my head and present for an excess of what is over 8 hours later over the same venue. And it is still the case while I leave this venue and go to another location, and the light source is not remaining for an excess of 8 hours while it's over my head as I leave this venue earlier than, for example, 6 p.m. But this is what the entity engages in. This is what I document up in public library. It remains there all day long. I leave in the middle of the day, and what does the fake sun do? Oh, it's not remaining over up in public library all day long anymore. It remains over my head as I leave the up in public library. That is not the sun that will be present for an excess of 8 hours at one address. It is also not the sun that remains over me as I leave the venue during any time in between that prolonged period of remaining over the same address. This is stalking with the fake sun. It's entirely demonic. Right? Those are the demons. They're stalking in a fire truck. This is how pathetic the entity is as you surround them with the evidence, and this is surveillance that they're engaging in. These are literally demons that use fire trucks. It's facilitation while they use the lights and the sirens on those vehicles, and they're doing it in a specific environment. And this is what is indeed a fake sun that remains over me, and it is a fake sun as I've referred to it because it is not scientifically possible that the light source you would refer to as the sun is, first of all, over any other state such as Texas, where I'm documenting it for you, albeit a subdued light source. It's already here. Reference my documentation day in and day out where the entity is keeping the light source. This is the same exact light source covering it up. That's what you're encountering with regards to the demonic, and it is remaining here for an entirety of a day. So I just want to document that the entity covering it up as I immediately cross the street coming from Sierra Avenue. If I go to, for example, Montclair, where the entity is engaging in, I've already documented the state's fake sun at 11:24 a.m. Again, that's before daylight savings time, so that would be 12:24 p.m. where the entity is here in Fontana at this time during daylight savings time, keeping a fake sun over me. The entity is already surrounded with evidence. All right, this is not the sun under any circumstances. That's called crossing a path by a state actor, the San Bernardino County Fire Department. This is P.O.C. at 10:09 a.m. Alrighty, 8SDK118. You know their condition and you know their criminal conduct. This is surveillance. Acting with the people, crossing path 8SZG701. P.O.C.